Coming up next on MCN, the McAllen Cable Network, the Development Corporation of McAllen from McAllen City Hall. The Development Corporation appointed by the City Commission is charged with making recommendations on how to use money that's been raised from the half-cent sales tax that was approved by McAllen voters on May the 3rd, 1997. The recommendation is made to the City Commission. They make the final decision. And now, the Development Corporation of McAllen.
Good afternoon. I'll call this meeting to order. It's a special meeting of the Development Corporation of McAllen. Today's January the 4th, 2024, and we're at the third floor of City Hall. Begin with item number 1, approval of the minutes for the special meeting held Thursday, July 27th, 2023. If anybody's had an opportunity to take a look, I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes as presented.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Well, I wasn't here, but I assume they're correct. I'll second.
Okay, there's a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye. All opposed, same sign. Motion passes. Item number 2, receive and file unaudited financial statements for the month ending September 30th, 2023.
Thank you, Mr. President. The financial statements before you are for the month ending September 30th, 2023, which also is the end of the fiscal year. The Development Corporation of McAllen ended the fiscal year 2023 with a total of $28.9 million of assets, $5.7 million in liabilities, and leaving a fund balance of $23.1 million. Please keep in mind some of that fund balance is committed to your 2024 budget. I'll take any questions on the balance sheet items.
Any questions?
What's committed to the 24?
To the 24, if you turn, later on in the meeting, there's the budget amendment, leaving that shows a fund balance of about $8.1 million. So you have about $15 million committed to projects and other economic development activities. It's a wide range of items that are rolling over. So, any other questions? Did that answer your question, Mayor? I'm sorry.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. Okay, if no other questions, please turn to the next page and you'll see your statement of revenues and expenses. If you look at the third column, your year-to-date actuals for the fiscal year ending September 30th, 2023, the Development Corporation ended the year with a total of $25.6 million of total revenues, $20.3 million of total expenditures, and $5.8 million of other uses. Other financing sources and uses are transfers in and out, typically. This will leave you with revenues under expenditures of $426,000. I will point out sales tax did great for the year in 2023. It was a 4% growth year over year on actuals. Your 2022 fiscal year sales tax amounted to about $22.5 million. Your 2023 is $23.3 million. This shows about a $907,000 growth in sales tax for year over year. I'll take any questions regarding income statement items.
The debt service, is that pertaining to which loans?
The debt service, you will see the detail on page 7, and that's related to the parking garage development.
Oh, okay, got it.
And we have a contribution coming from Simon that offsets. The total debt payment was about $754,000, which includes fees. But we did receive a contribution from Simon of about $548,000, leaving the Development Corp to pick up the $205,000.
Got it.
A small amount on charges for services, is that something new, or what is that, or is that going to grow? Or
Which page?
On charges for services,
Charges?
on the
So,
revenues?
that charges for services is one item. It is the Christmas in the park.
Oh, okay.
And so, yeah.
But it's a recurring,
Yeah, those are fees generated from the event.
all the investment income really increased substantially.
Yes, we saw I think the Feds increased interest rates multiple times last fiscal year. And so we've seen we went from having like 1 to 2 basis points of interest to actually getting 1%, 2%.
Yeah.
We're up, I think today's taxable prime is about 5%. So it's been a significant increase of interest income.
Sounds good. Anything else on this page? Nope.
And staff does recommend approval of the report. If there are no other questions.
So moved.
Okay, there's a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes. Item 3.
Item 3, Mr. President and members of the board, is the reason we're here. So we want to thank you. We're going to bring you in on the 26th of December. Decided not to do that. On Monday at the city commission meeting, we've got all of the rollovers in all of our funds. So it's a big, big item that we bring to the city commission. It happens every year because we've got so much construction going on. All we can do is estimate what we think we will spend, for instance, in this occasion, by September the 30th of '23, and then the balance goes to '24. Well, it's nearly impossible to guess it right unless you finish the project. So what you've got before you is all of the projects that impact the Development Corporation. All but one you've approved, and so this is just a rollover from last fiscal year to this fiscal year in order for us to finish the projects. And that's MegaWare, Chedes, that's 380 that we did with the developer, erosion control and West Side. Oh, and I'm on this page, by the way, sorry. Erosion control, and then the bridge is for the golf course. The industrial park is another 380 that we did with the developer. And then Tres Lagos is a recurrent expense on reimbursements. The ones that you did not approve is actually the Chamber of Commerce Economic Development. You approved it last year, and for several reasons, we did not include it in this budget. And so, at a discussion that we had with the Chamber, they did request that be included, and we advised the Chamber that we would be adding to the Development Corporation. So that's the only new one. Everything else you've approved. So we recommend approval.
Roy, what happened on that? I know we talked about it very briefly at the meeting, but on that item that, the Innovation Texas that we had, I think, partially approved, what happened on that? Because are we doing it? Or?
Yeah, that's what this is.
That's what this is?
It's the second year towards that, and they owe us a report. That's probably what you may be referring to. So we can check with Liz. So I'm sure they're going to do that at the Chamber, but they can bring a report here to the Development Corporation.
Okay.
That sounds good.
Is that okay?
Sure.
Yeah.
I just wasn't sure if that's what that was.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. That's exactly what it is.
Any other questions? Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Okay, there's a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion passes unanimously.
That's all the business we have, sir.
All right, there being no further business, this meeting is adjourned.
The future is looking bright with this holiday float from South Texas.